We're continuing with the Anthology, Haiku, Anthology of Japanese Poems, the Stephen Addiss Part 2. Now we have Misty Day. They might be gossiping, horses in the field. Who does animals? Isha. Misty Day, they might be gossiping, horses in the field. An old well, falling into its darkness, a camellia. An old well, falling into its darkness, a camellia. Busson. Some of these, they're just observing nature, aren't they?
They're naturalist.
Trampling on clouds, inhaling the mist, the skylark soars. Trampling on clouds, inhaling the mist, a skylark soars. Shiki. We've heard of Shiki before.
Mm-hmm.
Crouching, studying the clouds, a frog. Crouching, studying the clouds, a frog. You think he's studying the clouds? Mm-hmm. Not really. Chirojo. Is Chirojo the lady poet?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. She's a lady poet. On the temple bell, perching and sleeping, a butterfly. This is a tricky one. On the temple bell, perching and sleeping, a butterfly. Now, I could have sworn that was like, who do you think that is?
Issa.
I could have sworn it was like Basho, but it says Busson. I remember that poem. Remember the butterfly sleeping on the temple bell? It's strange. Something was on the bell. We'll have to check that one. The question of the butterfly. Who's the author? On the temple bell, perching and sleeping, a butterfly. I could have sworn it was another poet too, Basho, or maybe even Segyo.
There was one about do not ring the bell because
don't ring the, Basho has like don't ring the bell. There's a butterfly sleeping on it. I thought.
Something.
So it's a similar poem. So I think we may be to another poem about the bell and the butterfly. We'll have to do our research. That's correct. I think there was one from Basho. Could they be sutras in the temple while frogs chant? Could they be sutras in the temple while frogs chant?
Because the frogs are sink in the well.
No, the frogs they live at the temple well, so maybe they learned the sutras. They could be Buddhist. Why would they live at the temple?
They just live everywhere. There's a possibility to live. Probably at the temple they don't chase them away. The monks are nice.
Monks are nice. So they say, could they be sutras in the temple well frogs chant? Kansetsu. He sounds like he's like a Zen Buddhist priest or something, I think. Because he's at the temple. Some of them wrote haiku. Anyways, the next one, recited on and on. The poems of the frogs have too many syllables. Too many syllables. Oh, so the haiku is supposed to be, what is it, 575 or something? He's complaining that the frogs didn't keep the meter of the haiku.
They're singing.
Whatever they're singing, it's not the correct meter. These frogs need to learn how to write haiku. Recited on and on. The poems of the frogs have too many syllables. From E.G. Now he says, bracing his feet and offering up a song. The frog. He's bracing his feet and offering up a song. The frog. Do you think that they position their feet when they start their croaking? I think they take a position for the croaking. Maybe. Sokan. From the nostril of the great Buddha comes a swallow. Isha. From the nostril of the great Buddha comes a swallow. These are just visual images in a way. It must be easy to write a good haiku poem. You just have to look around and see what you see. And you see a bird on top of Buddha, a butterfly here or there. Wouldn't that be easy to write?
Mm-hmm.
From the nostril of the great Buddha comes a swallow, Isha. On the brushwood gate, in place of a lock, one snail. On the brushwood gate, in place of a lock, one snail. I'll let you guess this one. It should be easy. Who writes about snails?
They all do.
Yeah, you
But
should.
mostly Aisha.
Isa's correct. You get it. Ding. That was correct. But a snail is easy. That's Aisha's a big snail person.
Mm-hmm.
On the brushwood gate, in place of a lock, one snail, Isha. Sunlight passes through a butterfly asleep. Sunlight passes through a butterfly asleep. The butterfly is sleeping and the sun's passing. That's from Ranco. With the power of non-attachment, floating on the water. A frog. With the power of non-attachment, floating on the water. A frog. So. Do you think he's not attached, the frog? Don't know.
Temporarily. It's between attachments and detachments.
Highlighting the blossoms, clouded by blossoms, the moon. Highlighting the blossoms, clouded by blossoms, the moon. Now, it seems the moon is highlighting the blossoms, but the blossoms are clouded the moon.
Now we have blossoms up there also. Clouds. Rose clouds.
Clouded by blossoms, the moon. Chora. Highlighting the blossoms, clouded by blossoms, the moon. Flower petals set the mountain in motion. Cherry blossoms.
It's a nice one. Because as they fall,
You set the mountain.
You feel the mountain is
in motion. That's a nice poem there.
I have one similar with how you call those animals here? They run all together.
Run together?
Deer.
Deer. They set the mountain in motion?
When they move,
Well, something moves, it sets,
like the earth is moving.
they set other things in motion. Didn't they say when Buddha achieved enlightenment, the whole earth trembled?
Metaphor.
He trembled the earth? Do you think he trembled? Anyways, it's too abstract. We just go with it. Flower petals set the mountain in motion. Cherry blossoms. Hoitsu.
It says falling flower.
No, he said flower petals set the mountain in motion.
So
Cherry blossoms.
So you have to imagine that they are falling.
It doesn't say falling, actually.
They probably they move, so the mountain moves the other way.
Yeah. Now on the surface of petal-covered water, frog's eyes. Huh, interesting. You know how frogs look out of the water? You ever seen that? Did you grow up on a farm where you could see frogs?
No, I was in one.
You were in the pond? I saw
In
frogs.
the pond, but I heard them
Yeah, but
passing by.
we had a pond where I grew up. So you could see the frogs. They're in the water. They look out
I know.
of the weeds sometimes. So it says, on the surface of petal-covered water, frog's eyes. Fosui. See. Knows lots about frogs.
Seems all those points don't have anything else to do.
Anything to do but write about frogs, snails, and cherry blossoms. And well, what's wrong with that? You have something against it? We're extremely slow at reading haiku, so that's the way it is. The slow train. Next poem. The retreating shapes of the passing spring, wisteria. Kanajo. The retreating shapes of the passing spring, wisteria. Does wisteria come retreating shape? What?
What is wisteria?
Wisteria. Kanajo. Spring passes, the reluctant cherry blossoms. Spring passes, the reluctant cherry blossoms. Busson. There's a little artwork. Shallow river, twisting west and twisting east. Young leaves. Shallow river, twisting west, twisting east. Young leaves. Busson. Forsythia. Remember Forsythia?
Oh, Forsythia.
Taylor. I said Taylor.
Forsythia, yeah.
Say Scythia. Forsythia. The radiance brings melancholy. Montaro. That's a nice one. I should keep that one because I used to, when Taylor was a baby, we would see all the Forsythia and go, Forsythia, Forsythia. The poor kid had to listen to that.
Yeah. You told me that so many times. You know that?
I know.
So that poem is really...
So the poem is melancholic now. Forsythia and radiance brings melancholy. Montaro. I'm going to save that one. We were reading from Haiku, an anthology of Japanese poems by Stephen Addiss, Yamamoto. And we just read about frogs and snails and cherry blossoms, etc.